So here's a harsh truth. Our habits dictate how successful we are, how healthy, how happy or unhappy. So to achieve our goals and create positive change in our lives, we must change our habits. So how do we change our thoughts, beliefs, and habits? Well, according to James Clear, who's the author of Atomic Habits, there's a secret formula to follow step by step. And it's 99% guaranteed that anyone can create good habits and eliminate bad ones, including you. So stay tuned. Well, hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie and I'm a law of attraction and mindset coach. And if this is your first time here, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Now today I'm going to reveal to you the 4-step secret formula that will help you to start new habits that actually stick in 2024. Now before I do that, it's important to understand how habits really work. Now the process of building a habit can be divided into 4 simple steps: the cue, the craving, the response, and the reward. So when we break it down like this, it becomes clear what habits are, how they operate, and how we can make them better. So step 1 is the cue, which is triggering the action. So imagine this as the first part of our habit journey. The cue is like a signal that gets your brain ready for action. It's like a little hint saying, hey, there's something really good coming. Back in the old days, these signals helped our ancestors to find important stuff like food or a mate. But nowadays, our cues are about money and fame and power and praise and love or simply feeling good about something. Your brain is always looking for these cues because they lead to rewards, which naturally make you crave something. Okay, step number 2 is the craving, the motivational force. So cravings take center stage as the real driving force behind every habit. Now without them, we wouldn't even bother to have a habit. But here's the twist. You don't crave the habit itself. You crave the change that it brings. So for instance, you're not itching to smoke a cigarette. You're chasing that sweet relief that it offers. You don't wake up thrilled to brush your teeth, but afterwards you want that fresh mouth feeling. So no one's jumping with joy to turn on the TV, but they're certainly excited to be entertained. Every craving is essentially about changing how you feel on the inside. Then step number 3 is the response, which is actually performing the habit. So here comes the action part. The response is where the habit takes center stage. It's the actual performance, whether it's a physical action or just a thought in your head. But here's the catch. So whether you follow through depends on your motivation and the effort that's required. If it feels like it's too much hassle, you're out. And your ability to carry out the habit also plays a crucial role. If you want to climb Mount Everest, but you're afraid of heights, well, that's not going to happen. All right, step number 4 is the reward, which is the grand finale. So rewards are what we're all chasing with our habits. The cue makes us notice the reward, the craving makes us want it, and the response is how we get it. Now, rewards serve 2 purposes. First, they satisfy your craving, but they also give you a sense of contentment and relief from the craving. And then second, your reward acts as your teacher. They help your brain to distinguish between actions that bring you pleasure and those that don't. Rewards essentially complete the habit cycle, sending a clear signal to your brain that says, hey, we should do this again. Now, these are the 4 stages of your habits. In his book, James says they form an endless cycle that is running every moment that you're alive. Now, this habit loop is continually scanning the environment. It's predicting what will happen next. It's trying out different responses and learning from the results. So the entire process is completed in a split second, and we use it again and again without realizing everything that's been packed into that previous moment. So here's an example. Think of it like this. You walk into a dark room and naturally you want some light. That's your cue. So you hit that light switch and there you go. Your craving for light is satisfied. Then turning on that switch in a dark room, well, that's the reward. And this is exactly how habits form. Now, James calls this framework the 4 laws of behavior change. Now, these laws offer straightforward guidelines for forming positive habits and overcoming negative ones. So imagine each law as a lever capable of shaping human behavior. So when these levers are correctly aligned, forming good habits becomes a breeze. However, if they're out of sync, the process becomes significantly more challenging. So here's how to use these laws to create a really good habit. Now, the secret is to invert these laws to break a bad habit. So when you're thinking about changing up your behavior, just ask yourself these 4 questions. How can I make it obvious? So ask yourself how you can make that new behavior really stand out in your daily life. If it's about drinking more water, maybe keep a big bottle of water right on your desk so that you can't miss it. Then you want to ask yourself, how can I make it attractive? So think about how to make this new habit appealing. If it's eating healthier, search for really yummy and nutritious recipes that you can make and look forward to at mealtime. Next question is, how can I make it easy? Make it simple for yourself to follow through with the behavior. So for instance, if you're trying to read more, keep a book where you're excited to read, like it'd be on your nightstand or a place that you create in your space. So it's really easy to grab and you can read a few pages. Then ask yourself, how can I make it satisfying? Reward yourself for sticking with your new habit. So whether it's a small treat or a little celebration, make sure that you acknowledge your achievements all along the way. So creating new habits is not always easy, but these 4 steps have changed my perspective and have helped me to quit procrastinating on things that are really important to me. So next time that you want to build a new habit, remember these 4 steps and watch your habits become a regular part of your life. Now, oftentimes our patterns are ingrained deep in our subconscious mind, and we do them so often that they're just on autopilot. Now, this is because our subconscious mind is running the show without us even knowing. This is the reason why it's so hard to change our patterns. So to change them from the source, sometimes we have to dive deep into our subconscious mind and really reprogram our minds. So if you'd like to know more about how to do this, just click on the link in the description. Inside, you'll find an invite to my upcoming event where I'm going to teach you more about limiting beliefs and how to overcome them. It's absolutely free and it's seriously fascinating. So I hope to see you there.